Hello, my beautiful souls, and welcome to episode 22 of the Tash Talks the Live show. Yes, and it's happy freaking Friday, and welcome to Q4. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I want you to come with the intention that Q4 is going to be your best quarter of the year. So if you haven't reached your goals yet, what you set out at the beginning of this year, you said to yourself, I want to be making 10K cash months. I want to be signing consistent clients. I want to be showing up really confidently on my social media. I want to know what I'm doing, where I'm doing it. I want to see my posts converting. I want to be showing up and being really organized as CEO, and you haven't done that. That is okay. You have still got the end of this Q4. I actually had a client come to work with me this time last year in Q4, and she was at the point where she was like, Tash, I really want to be hitting, I want to get to the 10K cash months. And at the time she was roughing between 2,000 and 3,000 consistent every single month. And she said, but I haven't done it, and we're 3/4 of the way through the year. And I was like, that doesn't matter. There's so much magic that can happen. And when you invest into yourself and you learn different types of strategies that actually work for you and you actually enjoy to do, and you work on those blocks that are keeping you stuck, then there you go. And what she made in the last quarter made up for the whole freaking year that she made. So anything is absolutely possible, but it's got to start from that intention. It's got to start from that decision that you make, that just because what has or hasn't happened for you so far isn't how you're going to end the year. You could be ending the year sipping champagne with your loved one in front of you. Just imagine it's your best friend, your mum or your partner, and you're going, I did it. Imagine that. Imagine tapping into the consistent clients. Imagine looking in your online bank account and not being triggered, not seeing the amount that you don't want to see. In fact, you're like, I'm as abundant as this, right? That's the energy I want you to get into. So as you can hear, I'm very excited. I've literally mapped out my Q4 and I'm feeling very, very excited about it. So let's give you a quick update of what's kind of been going on with the behind the scenes. So this week has been an incredible week. We kicked off with our first call with Conscious Coach. The girls are incredible. And this week's topic was imposter syndrome. And it was coming up in many different forms for the girls in many different ways. So we really wanted to tackle this and shift it, because when we don't feel that we are the badass, when we are experiencing the sensations, the thoughts, the feelings of feeling like the imposter, we are not going to showing up. We are not going to show up consistently on social media. We are not going to show up in our emails. We're not going to show up with our clients. We're not going to want to sell because we're going to think, oh, what's the point? This didn't work out. Or what's the point? Nobody's buying at this price point. Or you're going to feel imposter if you want to up your prices because you see everyone else online upping their prices and you're not doing it. It's going to block you in so many different ways to get to your desired outcome. So this was really affecting the girls. So we spent this first session on really clearing that. So when we first get them to scale out of 10, how much is it affecting them? They all scaled to 10. They all said 10. By the end of our session, the end of the activation, we got them all down to the lowest was 1, and then the rest of them was gone. Like it shifted. One of them was like, oh my God, I can't believe I was experiencing that, feeling that way, because I don't feel that way now. So can you imagine how that could change you and your business if you were able to shift that for you? So I was very, very excited that we were able to do that. And then what I got the girls to do is post into the Facebook group 3 micro, like small bits of action they're going to take this week. So small that it would be like, well, of course I can get that done. And I do this in a very particular way because it gets a very particular outcome, which is, it's happened again. Of course it has. And it's got the most amazing results from that. And I got the most incredible message from one of the girls that are in the program, and I will be sharing that. So to have a look out on my Instagram today, I'm going to do it as probably a carousel. I'm going to create that for it. It was very moving, and it just shows the power of Conscious Coach. And just to kind of a brief overview, she's been in one of my programs before and had been my world in it for a very, very long time. And she just said, this is something I've never experienced before. And I'm like, this is what I'm talking to you about, Conscious Coach. So this is why you need this in your life, to be able to shift what's going on up there, to be able to get and remove and erase those stuck emotions, those stuck thoughts that just keep repeating and repeating and repeating. It's not working. I can't do this. This won't happen for me. I'm not the type of person that can make 6 figures. I can't hold this many clients. There's no way I'd be able to have a 10K cash month. All of this bullshit. I'm going to call you out on it. It's absolute bullshit. And what it's doing is keeping you in your comfort zone. Because guess what? If you're in your comfort zone, nothing can go wrong. That's what your mind is convincing you of. But that's not what your dreams and desires and goals and aspirations are. So you need to get your seat out of the comfort zone and get in to Conscious Coach. Very excitingly, I really felt this urge. I know the impact a one-off call can have. And I know this from me offering it to my clients that then get the most incredible results and are able to shift a block. What I remember, there's so many examples, but I remember one client coming to me and she booked a power hour. So it's 60 minutes of one-on-one coaching plus a week of support, right? This one is. And we were able to shift a money block that she had for 6 years. 6 years that she had this money block for. And it was stopping her growing her business in so many ways. And she completely shifted it in this 60-minute call. And she's like, it was the best money I've ever spent. What she then went on, she went on to scale her business incredibly because of being able to shift this. And I know the power of it through me and working with my coaches. Like, I booked in a one-off session with my coach, loved it, got such great results from it that I then was like, okay, what's your next package? What's your next package? Like, just, I want you in my life. I love the energy. I love what we're working towards. And I love that I'm very honest and real about this. I believe every coach should have a coach. Every businesswoman should have a coach. Every entrepreneur should have a coach. And I don't know what to saying that just because I'm a coach. I'm saying this as a soul, as an entrepreneur, as one that's repping it out here with you guys. Okay. It's so important. And the Q4 can be such magical months that what I wanted to do is I've completely halved the price of the power. The power hour is normally 500. I've completely halved it to 250 for this week only, for you to get a kickstart into Q4. What if you could come onto this call? Maybe right now you're going onto your online banking account and it's not where you want it to be. And you can't help but get triggered by it or feel frustrated and feel, why am I not making the money I want to make? Or maybe you're showing up on stories. Okay, that's the easy part. You know, you feel like you've sold, you mentioned your offer last week, but because no one bought or no one voted on the poll, you're then thinking, oh my goodness, no one's buying. I can't possibly sell this again tomorrow. So it knocks your confidence. You feel frustrated because you know the power of what it is that you're selling. And you just feel like you're kind of going around in a loop. You know, let's clear this for you. Let's clear this block around the sales. Let's clear this block around you showing up. Or maybe you finished your day. You've absolutely slayed your to-do list. You're like, boom, 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 boom. Oh yeah, I feel like a badass. But you look in Stripe and there's no new sales. You look in your emails. There's no new inquiries. And you're like, what isn't working right now? Let's clear this shit. Because if you keep going in these same situations, you're going to keep getting the same results. And I don't want that for you. So for this week only, you can get the power hour for half the price. It's 60 potent minutes plus 1 week of voice note support. What are you waiting for? I will drop the link into the chat box for you. If you can't find it, then just DM me the word power hour and I will send that to you. It's one of my most powerful offers that I possibly have. So yeah, so I'm really excited about that. So what else do I have to update you on? My second business that I'm doing, the work's really starting to hype up now, so it's so incredible. And what someone asked me actually on Instagram the other day in my DMs, how are you managing to run 2 businesses and be a present mom and, you know, have a life and still be fun, Tash? And I'm like, because, which I'm going to teach you about today. And I think it's really important that we go into these areas. Like, are you flying by the seat of your ass when it comes to your business? Are you winging it? Are you someone that goes, just lead with the flow, I just want to fit in alignment, but you actually don't have any structure to your business? You know, you don't actually have any strategy when it comes to it. Then this is what we want to work out today. So welcome to today's session where Tash Talks is going to be talking about the areas to review in your business to see real growth. Now, I want you to get yourself a pen and paper. Hello, my beautiful souls. I want you to get a piece of paper and I want you to write these areas down, okay? And then I want you to go away and journal on them. Like, this isn't just to listen to Tash Talks and then go away and actually do nothing. No, I want you to go, right, okay, these are the areas that I need to go and work on. Even if you are seeing growth in your business, this is how to be able to scale that even more. Okay, because we always want our business to be growing. We always want to be personally growing, and everything wants to be growing in business. Your income, your clients results, your social media, like every part of your area you want to be seeing growth in. So let's start where we always start, which is the mindset. Your current thoughts, emotions, patterns, and beliefs, I want you to review them. Yeah, I want you to get a pen and paper. One thing you could do is you could have your journal next to you at your desk, or you could have just have a blank piece of paper. I wouldn't do it with your phone. You can if you want to, but I feel like your phone can, you know, like it does with anybody, it distracts you, and we don't want that. So I'd have a pen and paper, and every time a thought, an emotion, a pattern, a sentence comes up into your head, I want you to write it down. That's limiting belief. Okay, so I want you to be so freaking aware of the thoughts that you are thinking, because how we create change is when we make the unconscious conscious. Because if a thought, a belief, a pattern is in our unconscious, it's just habitual. It's going round and around and around and around and around and around and around. And you just think it's normal. You just think this is what people think. No. So we want to take it out of the unconscious, get it into our conscious, so we're so freaking aware of it, because guess what? Once we're aware of it, we can change it. So once you've written those down, what I'd love you to do then is on the other side of the piece of paper, I want you to write higher self. You can name her if you want, okay? I always call mine CEO Badass. Like that's who she is. So it's me, but at my bestest, my baddest, my unapologetic, unwavering, confident version of myself, right? She speaks Spanish. She's great with her time. She's so freaking organized. Like, this is her, okay? Hello, badass. So on that side of it, what are her thoughts? What are her beliefs? What are her patterns? What are her emotions? Okay, so you've got yours and you're really aware of what's going on. But on the other side of the page, you've got hers. There's going to be a difference. There absolutely is. Why? Because your higher self is already living out the dream that you want to, the 10K cash months, the consistent clients, the social media. She's living all that out. She's having the balance. She's been able to run a business and then have time for herself and have time to be a present mum and have time to run numerous businesses because she stepped into those. She stepped into those shoes, that role. So you want to see the difference between how you are currently thinking right now and what your dream reality is, where your CEO, she's already living that out. Okay, we live in a multi-universe. What that means is when you have a desire, your desire isn't something that you've just plucked out of your ass. Your desire is something that's come from your heart. Okay, so when you have a desire for 10K mums, just riffing this out, okay, 10K mums, your highest version of yourself on another frequency is already living that out. That's why that desire feels so known for you, so real for you. And you're like, I know I can do this, but I'm just currently not at there. Yeah, it's just an energetic mismatch. That's all it is. So right now, let's say your 10K cash month, so that's vibrating up there where your CEO badass is, okay? Right now, you're vibrating here. There's just an energetic bridge right here that we need to just match these up. That's all we need to do. But the fact you have this desire, because it's on your truth, it's on your heart, it means it's just on a different vibration. So we just need to get up there. That's all we need to do. So I want you to review that. Next, I want you to review your habits and your behaviors. And I want you to be really honest with yourself, and don't be just like, yeah, my habits are good. No. In order for us to create change, we want to look at this from a place of, where's the opportunity for me to grow, to change? Come from the lens of curiosity, no judgment. Don't be like, oh, I'm not good with my habits, I'm not good with my behaviors, this is why I don't make six figures, blah, blah, blah. No, let's look at them. What are your current habits right now? Where are your current behaviors? You know, look at your habits of investing. Are you like, I invested once and then I kind of backed away, or I'm really scared to hire a VA, even though I know I need the support? You know, or what about your habits in the morning? Are you just literally jumping out of bed, dropping the kids to school and jumping straight into your laptop? Or are you getting up before the kids are even getting up and getting straight into your laptop? Like, what does your habits look like? What are your behaviors looking like? Do you know that you want to work out, but you're not actually working out, and really you're spending the time on Netflix eating shite? Like, be really honest with yourself, okay? I want you to think about how you're managing your team. If you have a team, you know, if you already have your VA or team members, how you manage them. I want you to look at your communication with your clients, your team, and your boundaries. These are really important for you stepping into the CEO role. These are things that you want to be looking at. Also want you to look at your planning and your scheduling. How are you managing your time, your day, your week, your month, and your quarter? Okay. When I'm looking at planning, I'll give you an example. Let's call her Struggling Susan. Struggling Susan is jumping out of bed. She's missing the mindset work, even though she knows it's important, or she's dabbling a little bit into it. She grabs her coffee and she gets straight into the work. And she's like, right, what the hell do I post on social media right now? What am I going to post that's going to create a sale? How can I sign a client? So you do a bit of half-heartedly Insta stories, you post onto Insta, you come away and you're like, brilliant. Okay, now let's get back onto the to-do list. What else am I going to do today? Maybe I could send an email. Oh, maybe I should go live. What was that person's name that inquired? I didn't get back to them. Okay, rather than the CEO badass, she's already planned her day. She already knows her moving needles activities that she needs to do that's actually going to move her forward. She's already mapped out her content for the week. She only just needs to press send. She's already done her workout. She's done her mindset work. She's got up. She's had a nice, healthy, nutritious breakfast. She dropped her kids to school. She's come back. And now she's walking into the office like an absolute CEO. She's got a clear plan for the day. So when she finishes her day, not only has she got through her to-do list, she's made sales, she's created an impact, and she's also served her clients. Okay, that's the difference between Struggling Susan and a CEO badass. They're two very different states, energies, frequencies, and also they're at two different levels of results. This is why this is so important. You know, I hear this a lot about, kind of just winging it. Winging it is not a strategy. I'm just going to kind of go with the flow. That is not a strategy. And this is coming from someone that's very much in her flow. She's very much in her feminine. I'm all about energy. I don't push things if it doesn't feel, I don't sell something if I don't feel it. Like, I'm very about this. But what's really important is that I'm held. And what holds me is my strategy. What holds me and gives me structure is my systems. So it still allows me to be free and flowy in an alignment, but it also allows me to get shit done. And it also allows me to move the needle in the business. So it's really important that we have the soul and we have the strategy and we blend this freaking together, okay? Now we're going to look at our time in the business versus our time growing the business. So let's say you've signed loads of clients and you're in Voxer, you're supporting them, it's all feeling really amazing. And then you're quick, like, right, I need to send a note to this. Oh, I need to post. Oh, I need to jump in quickly to this. Oh, I haven't done that Google Doc. Oh, I need to create something in Canva. And you're literally just hopping against tasks. Oh, I haven't rung the accountant. Oh, she's ringing me. Oh, I didn't check in my clients. And you're kind of like this because you're so busy hustling in the business. Where's the time where you're actually taking a bird's eye view and going, where's the review? What's working? What's not working? What can I do more of? What do I want to do more of? Where's the growth in my business? Where's the growth in myself? Where are the funnel necks in my business? And I know you're listening to this, and I know a lot of you are going to be the funnel neck to your business. You're going to be the problem. But this is great because if you're the problem, then you're the solution. Okay. So let's look at that. Let's look at the amount of time. You can even do a tracking. I used to do, ages ago now, I used to use a software. It used to track my time, what I was spending time on. Then I would look at that at the end of the month or the end of the week. And I go, are these activities that are taking up so much of my time? Is it my zone of genius? No. Okay. How can I delegate this out? Then I would look at it. Are they money-making activities? Like, are they activities that are actually going to grow the business, grow the income, and grow the brand? Yes or no? If it's a no, okay, how can I remove it, delegate it, or delete it? Then I would look at what were the things that I really love to do in my business. And I could see why I wasn't having the time to do it, because my time was spent so much on this, it wasn't giving me time for like this. So you have to act like the CEO in your business, and you've got to look and review at these things, okay? Where is it that you need help and support that you're not getting? Where is it where maybe it's hiring a VA, maybe it's hiring a social media person to literally do all your posting, whatever that may be. Maybe it's actually hiring your coach to be able to help you. Maybe the bottleneck is you and your beliefs that are keeping you blocked. Maybe it's, okay, I've nailed down the subconscious stuff. I know I'm feeling in a really great place, but I don't feel like the strategy is supporting me. I don't feel like I kind of just post on social media, just kind of what I feel. Social media isn't about you. Social media isn't about you. You're not just posting because it feels good to you. You're posting because it's a business and it's your audience that you want to help. That's why you started this business. So there has to be a strategy in that, but we're going to come to that. And then also I want you to think about is the time spent off the business, the time for you. Where are you filling up your tank? Because I know you love what you do. So there's a very thin line between work, right? And I'm sometimes guilty of this. And this is why it's so important that my coach calls me out on it. Because, for example, my husband's been away. So we have a very busy schedule. Like, obviously, with working my two businesses, my son, I have my days off with my son. So it was a Friday evening. Yes, I just put my son down to bed. Obviously, I'd worked for the day, and there was a few things that I hadn't got around to doing because we had a busy weekend planned. I've got family coming over, so I wanted to kind of get the house sorted for that, just in between all of this. And there were some bits to do. Now, I said to myself, I'm going to cook myself a really beautiful, nutritious meal when Santiago goes down to bed, have a nice glass of red, and watch a movie. No work, no social media, no phone, no nothing. Okay, that was the plan. That was my intention. Put Santiago down to bed. I mean, he didn't go down like he normally would. He didn't go down to probably in and out for about an hour, so that delayed it. But I did have a nice, beautiful bath. No, actually, that's a lie. Done that. Then I came into the office. I was like, let me just tie some things up. So I'm here working for about 45 minutes. And then I was like, what? Check in with yourself, okay? You made an intention to yourself. You made a promise to yourself that you were not going to do any work and you were going to have a me night. What's happened? And then in my head, I go, yeah, but I love what I do. And I just want to get this done. So then I'm clear for the weekend, blah, blah, blah. No. Where are your boundaries? My CEO is now talking to myself going, close the laptop down, go and have your bath. So I did. I went and had a bath, went downstairs. I had a beautiful, nutritious meal. I didn't end up watching a movie, but I'm into Love is Blind. So I watched half an episode of that and then went to bed. Okay. Sometimes we all have to check in with ourselves because yes, we love what we do. So it feels so easy, doesn't it? How light and easy does it feel to just jump in? And it's also habitual. It's so imprinted into our subconscious mind that this is the work we do and we love it and we just keep going and going and going. But we have to make sure that we are spending time off the business. The more time I spend off being is the more time my business succeeds. And I'm an absolute embodiment of that. So it's really important. So now let's move on to the strategy. First and foremost, I don't care what level of business you are, you need to make sure we've nailed this. And it's your ideal client. And if you go, yeah, I hear people say to me all the time, oh, a blah, blah coach told me that I don't need to niche down. I mean, controversial or not, I don't agree with that. So maybe you need to work with that coach that says you don't need to niche down. You can talk to everybody about everything and be wildly successful. I truly believe you need to speak to your ideal client. You need to know your ideal client. You need to know her thoughts. You need to know her emotions. You need to know what she wants, what she's currently experiencing. You need to know that because when it comes to your social media, you've got to think about there's lots of people doing the role that you do. There are no one like you, but there's lots of people doing that. So you need to stand out. You need to be able to speak to your ideal client as if she reads your social media post and it's like you are only speaking to her. Okay. So even 6 years in business to the business that I've built, I'm always niching down on my meal and making sure that I am truly and utterly speaking to my ideal client. Because what I see so many of my clients come to me is they want to speak to that high caliber of client, yet they're reverting back to their old messaging, which I'm going to come to the next part. They're reverting back to their old ideal client because it's easy to speak about that vague, broad thing. It's so much more easier to create content. That's because you don't want to do the work on nailing down your niche. Okay. So you want to make sure that, because that could be a bottleneck in your business. You could be like, listen, you could have the most amazing content, but if you're not actually speaking to your ideal client and she's not seeing it, you're not going to sign clients, and you're definitely not going to sign to the level that you want to. Messaging. You need to look at your messaging. How potent and to the point is your messaging? Like I mentioned about, I've got clients that come to me and they want to speak to that high caliber of clients. But for example, let's say you're a business coach and you want to attract clients that are already making money in their business. They're looking to scale it. Well, guess what? If you're teaching someone like that on your Instagram how how to write your first post or how to, what to write in a bio, they're not at that level. So it's a disalignment. If you're speaking to a starter, a newbie, a beginner, and you're speaking about investing, okay, that's going to land well with somebody that's first starting business, because as we know, when you first start business, you better get used to investing because it's what you've got to do and it never stops, okay? Whereas someone that's more at the level of scaling their business, they know about investing. You haven't got to convince somebody to invest. They already know the level of what they've got to invest. They already know. They're not interested in how many modules. They're not interested in how many calls. What they care about is your energy. You're like magnets together. They care about how you're going to uplift them and up-level them and activate them and trigger them and show them opportunities. That's what they care about. So you want to make sure your messaging is very aligned, very, very aligned, so that you're not putting this content out there and it's kind of not going to anybody. And don't tell me that you need a big audience to sign clients, okay? My coach herself has got a very small audience. I think her number, I can't remember offhand, but like maybe a couple of thousand, and is building her business 7 figures. So it's not about that. I don't have a huge amount of, like, for example, you can have 12 views on your Insta stories and make 15K, for example. Like, that's absolutely possible. You don't have to have huge amounts of numbers. What you want to do is dial in on your messaging, be speaking to your ideal client. That's what you want to do. The next thing I want you to look at is your social media strategy, your content, okay? Posting for the sake of posting and posting just to tick off your box that you posted. No. If anything, I'd rather you be not post every day and actually put out good freaking content out there where your audience wants to go, oh my God, that was so good. They're engaging, even if they're not liking and commenting like the vanity metrics, but they're actually just sliding into your DM and wanting to work with you. Like, that's what you care about, okay? I don't care if my post goes viral and it gets 1,000 likes. What I care about is the right people coming into my DMs to want to work with me. So for example, when I posted up about the power hours on Monday, the right people saw it and the right people bought. That's what I care about. I don't care how many likes a post has got, and nor should you. This is about growing your business, not growing your ego. So we want to look at our social media. You want to be thinking about you need to have a strategy. You need to have a strategy for your Insta stories. You need a strategy for your content. You need a strategy for your messaging. You need a freaking strategy when it comes to it. This isn't about winging it. Let's just see what happens, okay? And anyone that you think is winging it, they're just very good at strategy that make you think that they are not winging that they are not in the strategy. Like, they have a strategy. They have a clear, concise plan of why they are posting what they are posting, why they're talking about what they're talking, why they're showing you what they're showing you on Insta stories. Like, it's a strategy, okay? So you want to be really clear on what your strategy is for your social media. Then the next thing I want you to review is your selling strategy. How often are you selling? How many people vote versus how many people actually are sliding to your DMs? Have a look at the numbers of how many clients you're signing each month versus how many clients you would like to sign every month. Have a look at your product suite. Have a look at what's working, what's not working. How many things are you selling each month? Like, do a freaking review of what is working and what's not working. Because then the next step is you slide into my DMs. We then jump on and you can have a booking for a power hour call, or we have a chat about working one-on-one together. To be able to really dial in on these things, my aim for you is to go from that struggling Susan into that CEO badass, into someone that gets consistent clients, feels like a CEO in her business. She feels organized. She has clarity around what she's doing every day. She has more time off to be spending enjoying the income that's coming in, enjoying her life. She enjoys coming into her business. It feels pleasurable as well as making it profit. So it's really important that we look at these things and review them, okay? And the last thing I want you to look at is your customer journey and experience. The customers that you are serving right now, have a look at the stats of how many of them carry on to work with you. What's your retention rate? How many clients are with you right now? What is their journey looking like with you? Like, how happy are they? How satisfied are they? What's their experiencing from as soon as they send you a DM of wanting to work with you? What does that experience look like? Review it. Don't just be so consumed in getting new clients when you've got the most amazing clients already in your business that you want to help grow even more and carry on this journey with working with you. Okay, so There's a lot there. I know you're probably going to want to stop, pause me, write things down, but I kind of wanted to make it short, sweet, to the point, so you can go away and schedule in some time this week to actually go and review it. Hopefully you can do it today. I'd rather you do it at the beginning of this month so we can really kind of start the Q4 with a bang. Then the next step is, once you've reviewed this, maybe you already know, maybe just from listening to this, you're like, yeah, absolutely, Natasha, I need some help with this. I want to look at working with you. Then send me a DM. Maybe the power hours for you. Maybe you just need those 60 minutes. Maybe you know you've got a block and you actually want to just kind of shift it before you can kind of elevate in the strategy. Amazing. Or maybe you're thinking, power hours sounds great. Maybe I'll start there and then go on to work one-on-one view. Or maybe you're like, no, Tash, I just want one-on-one. I've got 3 packages, a 1.5 month, a 3 month, and a 6 month. Let's have a chat about what's the right package for you, where you are right now in your business, more importantly, where you want to go, what do you feel stopping you, what are the things that you want to work on, and let's freaking make Q4 your most profitable, pleasurable quarter of this freaking year. I love you. I hope you have taken so much from this. I look forward to seeing you all very, very soon, the same place, same time. Potentially next week, just TBC. I've just got to look at a few things. It's my mum and sister's birthday, so I'm just going to look at that. But in the meantime, don't forget, podcast episode 12, I believe, is landing today, which I'm very, very excited about. If you're not already following me on Instagram, head on over to @Natasha Clark Coaching. You kind of see the behind the scenes, especially my stories and all the new stuff that is dropping. Go and have the most incredible day, and do not forget, you are a freaking badass. Bye-bye.